Hello, I'm Tyson Clark, and this is Supply and Economics, my presentation, even under the weather. First of all, what is supply and economics? The most simple definition is supply is the amount of a product, service, or good that a supplier has at a given time. This leads into market supply, which is the amount of product or service being supplied by the whole market, so everyone involved in a market. However, how this works specifically in a competitive market is influenced by certain factors in the economy. So it's price, shockingly enough. So let's talk about market value. It influences supply because if you sell something above market value, you're not gonna get any consumers because no one wants to scam themselves. And it goes the same way. If you sell something too low, you're scamming yourself. You won't make profit. So what's the point? This leads into a law of supply because assuming everything else is equal, the quantity the seller supplies rises and falls in direct relation to its price. So simply put, price increase, supply increase, vice versa. So this leads into a supply curve, which we grab the information from those last 2 points and we can graph it, and it'll give us a whole bunch of information about a certain market and supply, and we can find out a lot more. So here's the graph. You can see the dot on the line represents the price and quantity supplied at a given time and what that equals. So, if it increases, the dot moves up, and if it goes down, the dot moves down in relation to price. And you can see how that affects the quantity supplied. But, and that is called quantity supplied, increased or decreased. But it can shift the line. Factors can shift the line. And what this means is the whole line will move left or right, and this can be because of the number of sellers, price inputs, and even the price of related goods. And it can be positive or negative. If it's positive, it'll shift the line right. If it's negative, it will move the line left. This is called just a supply increase or decrease. So, examples of this in the real world include a shift left with Nintendo when it announced in August 2025 that it would increase the prices for their older consoles because of tariffs from America, which made it harder to produce their product. So, it's a whole shift left. But if you remember, back in 2017, there was a little craze about fidget spinners, and they had to increase the price simply because the demand. So it kind of ties into demand a little bit, but the price increased, so it would just move along the right line, and the price would just increase, and it would cause a quantity supply increase too. So, conclusion, thank you for listening, and I hope I was able to shed some light on supply. Thank you.